so we're out on our maiden voyage, and of course it starts raining because it's a shakedown. And so we went to turn on the windshield wipers, and that happened. Watch this.
It's fixed.
Well, no, that one's still wonky. Look at that. All right, so something broke on them. That one's completely sideways now. So I just pulled over to the True Value here. We're just gonna figure out how we can fix this real quick before we get back on the road, because can't drive in the rain without windshield wipers. Let the shakedown take 2 begin. Hey, you're watching Rockin' and Rollin'. I'm Dan.
I'm Jenna.
And we're the Thompsons.
And we've got a story to tell you. It's the sound of my eyebrows.
Is that what that is? Apparently cartoon Jenna's eyebrows make a sound.
What? Okay, I'm not gonna explain it.
Rockin' and rollin', life rocks when your home rolls.
All right, so the issue is that this wiper arm comes off right there. There's a little threaded screw that's missing its little, I'm assuming it needs like a nylon locking nut in the washer in there. It's actually missing on both sides, so I don't know how the other one didn't come off. So I'm gonna run into the hardware store real quick and see if I can get the right size for those things.
Look,
and there we go.
did.
Yeah. For $1.02, we got 2 washers and 2 nylock nuts, and we're back in business now that the rain has stopped. All right, let's get going. Meet Thor.
Isn't he beautiful?
Yep. I think by now we probably will have posted a video explaining the journey of how we got Thor.
Yeah.
But we love Thor. Thor
And
is...
Jasper?
Yeah, and
Over
Jasper's our little Jeep. Yeah, when we were on lockdown during COVID, we decided to take an opportunity to change things up a bit. Apparently, we felt like we were getting a little too comfortable. No, we after doing this lifestyle for nearly a year, we kind of reevaluated and decided a different rig would probably work better for what we're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And so we used that time to change up our rig, and we spent a lot of time in Prescott, our hometown, because when COVID happened, we're like, let's just get home. Let's get close to friends and family.
Yeah.
If we're going to be locked down, we might as well be close to friends and family. So after we moved into our new motorhome, there were a few things that we had to do to get it ready for the road. So we ended up staying a bit longer in Prescott, I think, than we even wanted to. But we had to get these things fixed, right? I had to do some work to the roof to make sure it wouldn't leak, because we're in the middle of monsoon season right now. Anyway, so yeah, we got that all fixed up. I also resealed the windshields because the windshield was in really rough shape and I assume was leaking at some point.
Yeah.
So I redid that properly with the right stuff.
There was a lot of things that were just not quite working right. The slide came in wonky in the back. The slide motor started smoking. I was like, welcome to Shakedown Part 2.
Yeah, and even after all the work I did to the generator, it was still overheating.
Yeah.
And so we were ready to leave, but it felt like we had a lot of reasons to stay.
Yeah, and at this point too, it was really cool because Dan said to me what I feel like I would have said to him at the beginning of our first shakedown is I could keep finding all of these reasons to stay and fix it up so it's perfect, but let's just go. Let's just step out on faith and trust that God's gonna, help us with everything along the way. We can fix these things along the way. And I was like, I don't know, I feel like we need to get this done. But ultimately I knew he was right and we needed to just go.
Don't do today what you can put off until later. That's the moral of the story.
Good moral. So we decided a short trip would be a good option for us just to make sure that everything we put in was gonna stay put. We went to Williams, Arizona,
and we love
it's cooler
Williams.
here.
Yeah, we love Williams. We've been, when we lived in Prescott, we came up here often, and so we know the area really well. So we just thought it would be a really safe place for us to dry camp and kind of test the waters of our new rig and stuff, and we'd be close to, kind of some familiar territory. And so we came up here, and man, it is.
We found this
so
gem of a spot.
Yeah.
This is Bill Williams Loop. It's actually not super close to town. It's a little bit of a
it's
drive.
about 15 minutes drive. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I guess it's still considered William, but it's Kaibab National Forest, and the spot is stunning. It's so pretty. We actually were over there in a spot when we first pulled in, and we've since dumped our tanks, refilled, and came back out and stayed in this spot.
Which, that's how you know it's a really good spot, when you go dump your tanks and refill, and then you come right back to the same spot instead of finding a different one to try out. And so we just moved our stuff over to the next campsite just because a little bit better view and a little bit more level. And I gotta say, everything's been working.
Yeah.
You know, we've had some rain, the roof's not leaking. We've been running the generator every day and it's never overheated since we got here. Were there any other issues that
I just feel like we shouldn't be saying this stuff out loud because then I feel like everything's gonna change.
So yeah, because we thought this was gonna be our big shakedown trip, right? We're gonna find all the things that are wrong with our rig that need fixed. And so far, just like everything's working. Oh, the slide and the slide locks have worked fine.
We've just figured it out. We have to, the motor's going out, but we'll just do it slowly. And
we should do it slow.
It's just an older rig. It's one of those things we're gonna have to find the quirks about it. And this is why we're not renovating it yet. We have plans to, our plans, but we wanted to spend time in it first to see, is it worth it? Is it gonna be right for us? And then we'll take the time to completely make it our own. But we wanted to enjoy what we bought the rig for. And we bought the rig for more boondocking. Like we want to head out to Yellowstone, but we don't want to have to spend 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here on the way to getting to Yellowstone. So we just want to make it to our spot and then stay as long as we want to stay.
Exactly.
And so far we've really, really enjoyed it. We ended up staying here longer than I thought we would stay here. Yeah,
because it's been nice and our, like I said, our stuff's been working. So we know this hasn't really been much of a shakedown trip. So we know the shakedown's still coming. We'll keep you posted on that. And the motorhome did great coming here. From Prescott, it's about a 2-hour drive and it's all uphill. And there's some steep grades.
Full water tank.
Yeah, I was traveling with a full water tank and we weren't towing the Jeep yet, but we're fully loaded with all of our stuff. So we're probably near capacity of that thing. We're on a cat scale. We weigh 31,420 pounds, which is good. I think 32,000. At least 32,000. It might be 34,000. Front steer axle is 11,000 even, and rear drive axle is 20,420. So I'll have to double check those numbers with the back sticker, but I think we are well underweight, which is awesome.
That's a first.
I know, right? And it did fine going up all those grades. You know, I was passing semi-trucks and stuff. Seems like the motor and everything, transmissions, everything is running really strong.
But it's also just one of those things that was a good reminder for us. When we came up here, we did what God asked us to do. Stop fixing all the things, just go, just trust me. And when we finally got set up and everything worked, it was like, Lord, you are so right. You are so right. Like, we don't put our faith and trust in a motorhome, in a Jeep, in any of our stuff. We put our faith and trust in Him.
Yes.
And He asked us to do something. We stepped out, and it was just, it felt like a breath of fresh air to be like, okay, it's working. We can enjoy this now, and let's not forget, like, it's not the rig, because the rig wasn't working. Stuff wasn't working on it. We didn't know why, but we took the step of faith, and everything worked out. So.
And if you haven't watched it yet, you'll probably want to watch our video of how we got this motorhome. But one of the things about it is that it is a THOR, and I felt like the Lord told me we were going to name it THOR to remind ourselves that we don't put our faith and trust in false gods. We put our faith and trust in Jesus. And this trip, I think, was a good reminder of that.
Which also is funny, because our truck was Thunder.
Yes.
THOR is the god of thunder.
God of thunder, yes. So
kind of ironic. Yeah. Kind of funny. But yeah, so this, we'll also put this spot in the description, because if you want to come to Williams, this is where you want to stay. There's some beautiful BLM land. If you know Arizona.
National Forest. I don't think it's BLM out here.
I guess it's still considered William, but it's Kaibab National Forest.
I think it's all National Forest.
It was titled BLM, but it's Kaibab National Forest.
It's National Forest.
National Forest. Well, anyway, it's free regardless.
Yes, up to 14 days.
There is Arizona, Utah, even parts of California, tons of free land to stay in, which is great. Beautiful free land. We've taken our Jeep up the road here to check out some of the Jeep trails, which
I don't think we filmed any of that.
I did. Yeah,
oh, you did?
I did.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I did. And
it was a cool little Jeep trail.
Like, no, let's not go any higher yet.
I was a Jeeper before we got married, so I have a little more faith in what a Jeep can and can't do.
I mean, when it's your daily driver and you can crawl rocks in it, I don't know. Something about that just, I can't wrap my head around it yet, but I'll get there. So, I mean, it's really the reason why I wanted a Jeep. I convinced him that we needed a Jeep. So. And
another truck.
He has loved it ever since. It's really, we have a fondness for our Jeep.
Yeah, we do.
But anyway, there's some great off-roading trails around here, bike trails.
Hiking
we went
biking.
on a
we
hike
went
around Dogtown Lake, which is really close by here.
Are you going to let me talk about any of this stuff?
No, I'm just going to keep talking over you because...
It's your channel. I just film and edit it.
National Forest, and
do
you
all the
don't even do
metadata
that.
And
So
respond to all the comments.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I love you.
Never. Yes, we went on a mountain bike trail around Dogtown Lake, which was supposed to be a really easy loop, but the water is really high right now, so the trails we were on were not the actual trail.
It's pretty washed out.
And so, yeah, it was a little more adventurous than I thought, but it was fun.
And then we went to breakfast down in Williams. The town of Williams itself is super cute.
Yeah, really cool town, old Route 66 town, so you can see everything was built like in the 50s and 60s. So.
And Bearizona, if you come here, go do Bearizona.
Yep.
It is so cool. We've done it as a family several times, just coming up from Prescott. Even if you're staying in Flag, it's not far to go to. It's super fun.
Yeah, you get to drive your car through and see the different animals like wolves and bears and bison and all kinds of stuff. So now our water tank is empty again, and I think we've been here long enough. I think we're ready to maybe get back on the road. So I think today we're going to be
shower.
Yeah, today we're going to pack up, and instead of just going into town to dump and refill, we're actually going to stay the night in an RV park. We think that's a good idea because then we can all take long hot showers. We can get rid of all of our trash, and of course we can dump and refill our water.
Do some laundry.
And yeah, and it's not going to cost much more than if we were just dumping and refilling. So I think that might be our new thing in between dry camping is we'll just stay a night or two at an RV park.
Might be our new thing.
So we can take care of that stuff. So, but I think we're probably just going to go somewhere here in town or at least somewhat close by, and then we'll get all refreshed and then packed up and head out early in the morning to wherever God leads us, our next destination, whatever that might be. So
if you want to know what that is, stay tuned because we don't even know where that is.
Yeah. Usually we film these videos after, but we're actually filming it here. So
yeah.
So if you want to see where we go, we think it might be Utah somewhere. Be sure to subscribe. We love you guys. Remember,
Life rocks.
When your home rolls.
I just
You took my
stole
part.
your line, Forrest.
So until next time, life rocks.
When your home rolls.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.